While Nick Cannon continues to mourn the loss of his 5-month-old son, a source tells ET his friends are worried about him.
Holding my son for the last time. But it was a beautiful setting.
That was a 41-year-old on Tuesday, revealing on his daytime talk show that his son, Zen, died of brain cancer. Now, ET's source says his closest friends are worried about him because it's been one of the most trying times of his life. Quote, the reality of the situation has been very difficult for him to absorb.
When we found out it was more of they called it like a malignant tumor in his head. And so immediately we had to have surgery. It was brain surgery. We put a shunt in his head and we were hoping for the best. But Thanksgiving, we had a interesting turn. If anybody knows how cancers, it was cancer in the brain. And the tumor began to grow a lot faster.
ET's source says that Nick's friends are rallying around him because, quote, they know this type of pain will impact him for the rest of his life. Adding, quote, Nick appreciates the support, but at the moment, he just wants to be there for Zen's mother. Zen's mother is model Alyssa Scott. She opened up about the heartbreaking loss on her Instagram, posting a series of images and videos of her newborn son. Nick thanked Alyssa on his show Tuesday, praising her for her strength.
Alyssa was just like the strongest woman I've ever seen. Was emotional when she needed to be, but was always the best mom and continues to be the best mom possible.
Now, ET's source says, quote, he wants nothing more than to honor the time he had with Zen and to focus on being there for Alyssa. The triple threat also welcomed twins Zion and Zillion this year, whom he shares with DJ and radio personality Abby De La Rosa. And while ET's source says it's been a, quote, beautiful year with the birth of his kids, quote, nothing could have prepared him for this. Nick is the father to 7 children with 4 different women: Alyssa, Abby, model Brittany Bell, and Mariah Carey. And ET's source says he feels so blessed to have them, adding he's very close to all the women in his life. Family means everything to him, and this time has been a reminder of that. And all that echoes what Nick told ET back in September.
What do you do in your downtime when you do have some downtime?
Kids, you know I got a lot of them. That's
word on the street is you got a lot of kids these days, Nick Cannon.
So they get my full attention when I'm not working. It's like either work or playing with my kids.
You're busy with them kids right now.
That's what it is. That's what life is about. That's why we're on the planet.
And speaking of work, during his show Tuesday, Nick opened up about returning to the office so quickly after the tragic loss.
I didn't know how I was gonna handle today. I didn't know how, but I just really wanted, you know, I wanted to grieve with my family. You know what I mean? There's no people who love you.
And ET's source explains that Nick feels lucky to have had the time he did with his son, but even more so, a sense of relief that Zen is at peace. Quote, Nick is incredibly spiritual, and that has helped to guide him through this, but he knows the true healing will take time.
I didn't want to make it about any pageantry or any of that type of stuff, so I kind of went back and forth for what I should do, but I felt like, you know, I was always talking about, you don't just go through it, you grow through it, you keep pushing, you know what I mean? And I have so much faith in the Lord.